Hi Pisces, this is Veroosh, and I rushed home to be able to do this reading for you guys today in the sunset, so you can see it there. It might get a little bit dark at the end, hopefully not the reading, but just the light. And I hope that you're excited for this reading as I am to do it for you. It's the new moon in Cancer, July 9th, reading for the rest of the year in love. I'll explain the astrology in a bit, but I already explained the astrology in my collective astrology video that's linked in the cards and the description. I also have a whole bunch of content that I made before that I feel is complementary to this energy. So we're going to see where love is taking you for the latter part of the year. Let's see where your energy goes. First card is the Three of Pentacles. So hard work. Remember, we've talked before about the fact that this is a preparatory time for you. So if you missed that part, go back into the Pisces playlist and check that out. And so in love, I feel like it's a lot of going back from the lessons you've learned in the last couple months while Jupiter was in Pisces and getting ready for the big Jupiter in Pisces transit that will begin in December of 2021. Let's see the next card. We have the Five of Cups. A disappointment has definitely taught you some powerful insights that are going to make you very strong through this period. The next card is the Temperance in the center. Some of you are really establishing yourselves in a secure position. So some of you are asserting yourselves in a new environment that is going to lead you to a lot of success and a personal triumph. But you have to be patient with this one, okay? The next energy is the Seven of Cups. Sorry, this is the Venus in Cancer energy. I have a feeling that some of you are dealing with a partner, specifically those of you who have a relationship with a man who has not necessarily been fully forthright with their feelings towards you. They have muddied feelings, complex feelings, maybe a bit immature. And I think that you are in some way separating yourselves from that energy for whatever reason they're doing this, and you're focusing on yourself a bit more. In the past, it looks as though you've sort of consolidated with them. So you sort of apologized for their mistakes or possibly made excuses for them and accepted this behavior. I don't feel as though they're necessarily doing this from a bad intention. I really get the energy that they may be confused themselves at this time, but still, I don't think that you're here to put up with their issues. You're really focusing on yourself so that you take care of yourself first. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Pisces, if they don't hurry, they may miss you, because this looks like love could show up for you in the area of friendship and connection. So we have the Ace of Wands. This could be sparks flying in love with someone else. This could be a magical connection with someone you've known for a long time. Pluto is in your 11th house. Let me show you the astrology. Pluto is in the 11th house. For the next couple years still, you have a chance of meeting extremely powerful people with a powerful personality. And so these people might come into your life as friends and quickly become a strong part of your experience. And so therefore, you might be around someone who has such a frequency, a strong personal character, somebody who stands up for themselves, someone who takes initiative, possibly a leader. This person could be very quickly becoming more important to you, whether you're single or not. If this is your partner, then your partner's doing very well at this time, and so they're growing in their personal power and feeling more empowered, and that is bringing the two of you closer. The reason I'm doing this reading, let me show you. There's 4 transits that I'm showing everyone. I went into detail with them in the collective reading for the new moon in Cancer. That's linked down below. I also did several meditations that you can use alongside this energy whenever you like, July through December 2021, and that information will help you along in wherever you're going with love, whether you're single or coupled or whatever in between, okay? So the first thing that we want to acknowledge is that this frequency starts with the new moon in Cancer. This is in your 5th house. That's highly romantic. Sparks are flying. So if someone's not doing their due diligence towards you, if somebody's kind of overlooking you in some way, then love and passion could be coming from a different direction. Second transit. We have the sun with Sirius between July 5th and about July 9th. It's a little bit of a loose kind of estimate, but it's really July 5th that it happened. From July 5th on, we have had this transit with the star Sirius that has enlightened us, given us some insight about our lives, and possibly even shed light on certain situations. I talk about this transit in detail in that collective video, but there's also several explanation videos on Sirius. I was going to do one this year, but I ran out of time, so we're going to have to wait and see with that. But there is a good explanation video that I did on Tarot Talk last year, so if you're curious about how that functions. But for those of you who are not so interested in the details, this conjunction essentially is a benefic, positive, protection transit. It brings in protection and hope and nurture energy into our lives. And so that's working together with the new moon for a big start in love for you in the 5th house. The third transit that you want to be aware of is this Mars and Venus conjunction in Leo in the 6th house. Venus and Mars go back and forth with each other. They're the two planets that flank the Earth, one on each side. And Venus is faster than Mars in her orbit as she's closer to the sun. And Mars is further out, of course. Anyway, they go back and forth and they will form a conjunction on July 13th. And then they will move towards an opposition to this position where they will form 2 more conjunctions during Venus's retrograde cycle. So we're going to see that happen in your 11th house of friendship. See, sparks fly. And also in your 12th house. This might be unexpected, Pisces. This might be coming out of the blue. And so this may also take 6 months to really come into fruition. So I could see this as an ongoing situation in which, you know, a current situation is not offering you what you want in terms of love. And then slowly and surely someone comes in through your friend area, becomes a true friend, and offers an alternative. That's not all for all of you, but I think that could be a potential scenario for many, okay? The last transit that I want to highlight for you guys, and I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but I'm really excited about it. The North Node with Aldebaran is in the 4th house of home and family, and so for you, again, crystal clear focus on home issues, family issues. You know what you want. You know how to get there. All the doubts sort of fall away with this transit. All of the ways that we doubt ourselves, that we question our, you know, ability to attain or our entitlement to attain certain things. And we feel like this is for me. This is what I actually want in life. And for you, this focus will be on home and family, close to home issues. Some of you may identify that you want to buy a house. Some of you will identify that you want to sell a house. Some of you will realize what kind of family you want to live in. What do you want your home to be like? And so these kinds of awarenesses are going to be with you throughout July. As the true North Node, this is the mean, will be with Aldebaran. The high point of that is July 15th, which I'm excited about. So no kind of worried thoughts, no getting down on yourself. Think hopeful, think open, and good things will come to you. I know that in July there are certain transits that are heavy and oppositional and problematic, but I really believe that 3-4 transits are a big bright light around us that's taking us in a wonderful direction. So be patient with it, Pisces, and let it take you in a good direction. Okay, so next messages are going to be with tarot. I don't try to throw so much astrology in because I've seen that you guys are just not as interested in astrology as tarot. Okay, if you have a Libra in your family, Pisces, that Libra is going to be very important through the through July and through the end of the year. There's also a possibility that some of you will gain work with a Libra or through a Libra, so be on the lookout for that. Let's draw the whole row. So we have the Nine of Cups. This is Jupiter in Pisces, so Jupiter is in Pisces until July 18th, and then will continue in Pisces from December on. This is a lucky transit for you and a big turnaround in terms of your circumstances and your success. There is going to be a lot of conversations with you, Pisces, about success over the next year. Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. Four of Cups, which is Moon in Cancer. And then we have the last card of this row. Really nice cards, you guys. Four of Swords. Look at these cards. Very lucky. Okay, so I have a feeling that this confusion that's around you at the beginning of this transit is going to really dissipate quickly. And I think that you're very quickly moving towards finding relationships that are fulfilling and nurturing. Even if you feel a little bit apprehensive at first, I really feel like energies are going to come in to help and support you through this time. I also feel that there is going to be people that are generous of spirit. Specifically, watch out for people who have Moon in Taurus for being extremely generous. You might be in a situation at this time that you find yourself in a relationship or a situation in which your partner or people that you're speaking with about relationships are giving you a lot of love. They're giving you a lot of affection. I feel as though it's kind of like a balancing act. Is it true that in the past, Pisces, you had been in some way really generous with past partner? Possibly that partner did not offer you the same generosity in return. It's quite possible that at this time, this is good karma. One of my clients today asked me, like, what's karma all about? Well, there's different levels of karma, but I do feel like sometimes when we're good people and we don't do it for personal gain, good things come back to us. So this is kind of an example of that there was your positive action here without the intent to get something out of it. And maybe someone around you wasn't too great, and now you're having the experience of having that positivity given to you. I see everything positive here. We have the Justice card, which is Libra, fairness and order. I see the Nine of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, which represents this generosity. This is your card. Jupiter is in rulership in Pisces, wishes fulfilled, the things you want to happen. The kind of relationship that you envision for yourself is possible at this time. I feel like there's a person around you who's extremely generous, like maybe financially generous or physically generous. They're giving to you material things. Maybe it's food, Moon in Taurus. Definitely like their food. And then we have the Four of Cups, and in that Four of Cups, we see the Moon in Cancer. And so again, this fulfilling energy of nurturing spirit and positivity all around you. I really like these two cards together. If you ever do a reading for yourself and you get the Six of Pentacles with the Four of Cups together, or maybe the Six of Cups, you have someone around you who's extremely generous, especially with a King of Pentacles card or a Knight of Pentacles. Those frequencies are meaning someone who's of great generous spirit. So someone like that is around you. And I feel like for you, there's this like real rest that you're achieving. I think that you had been in situations that had your mind kind of occupied, in which you were dealing with people and working through situations. And so now you are in some way, you can rest easy knowing that the people around you are good, that there's good directions. There's something ahead of you that's quite exciting here with the Ace of Rods. Okay, Next card. Excited to tell you guys this, obviously. Okay, so next card we have the Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Secondary transits can be earthy, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, not necessarily. Three of Cups. Some of you are welcoming someone back. Someone's reaching out to you. I have a feeling that somebody's reaching out to you who has not reached out to you before, who has reached out to you before, such as someone who would be interested in you, but you didn't necessarily reciprocate, or there was distance there. And this person's coming back. So this isn't a relationship from the past. This is someone who really likes you and who's trying to, in some way, participate in your life with you. This person who you're interacting with could be kind of young or younger. What I do see is idealism, even puppy love. So just this kind of very innocent love around you. Page of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Exciting if you're out for having fun, Pisces. This is going to be your season. Having fun, focusing on reconnection, enjoying yourself. Be careful for the drinking, because we have the Nine of Cups and the Three of Cups together, Page of Cups. There could be a lot of irresponsible drinking, you know, or things just kind of, irresponsible drinking, or just taking it too far, or being too casual about it, you know. The next message is the Hierophant, which is the Taurus card. It's also the teacher. Communities are important for you at this time. I have a feeling that maybe if you are in a relationship or have been in a relationship recently, it's possible that your partner sort of pulled you away from social interactions, and with their confusion, with the drama that was everything around you, they pulled you away from all these circumstances. And now I feel like slowly and surely the right people are trickling back in. So be patient with that situation. I also feel like for a time you may have social interactions that you don't want. Not necessarily that they're bad, but I feel like it's possible that those situations are not the type of people you want to be around. So take your time and make sure that you choose the right soul tribe, the right friend group. You won't be disappointed. Eight of Pentacles. This is Sun and Virgo. Some of you might want to watch out for Virgos at this time. You know who you are. If this is a problem, it's going to be quite clear. I'm not saying every Virgo is bad for you, Sun and Virgo, but I think you might be wanting to be a little bit careful. Those of you who are artisans, who are artists and so forth, you may also want to be careful of people getting close to you with the wrong intentions of trying to look at what you're doing and maybe even copy that, maybe even sort of like look at your craftsmanship and in some way try to make it theirs. So be careful with this energy around work. Be careful with this energy around where you put your time. You don't want someone kind of cutting in on what you're doing or your concept or your idea or what you're creating, okay? So we have the Page of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Wands. This looks like a really, really fun time. This looks like fun and joy and celebration. You might take a trip somewhere. Because the planets are in the lower area of your chart, I would think that this is probably closer to home as opposed to, you know, going really on a faraway trip. And also Lilith is crossing your IC line, and so moving into Gemini. So there could be a bit of like a rush for celebrating, a rush for pursuing like type A personality activities, like rushing things and moving really fast. But I feel like even though that seems like fun, I think there's a clear message here in overdo it. So if you're being romantic with someone, have your romance, have your, you know, romantic moments and beautiful things, but know and really pay attention to the group of people that's around you and how they are growing around you, and kind of like take your time to integrate those important people. So have your cake and eat it too, sort of thing, but really take your time with the people who will ultimately matter. The people you can ask yourself, will I know this person in 5 years? And that will be an important answer. The next message is the world. And so I feel like something in the world is changing. Something for a sibling may be changing for a sibling of yours or your partner's, which could mean that someone who's been around as a part of your relationship is no longer around, or maybe your thoughts and your feelings are going to be directed towards this person. It's also possible that a sibling is moving further away, so that's changing the dynamics of your relationship with your partner. Then we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Pisces. Pay attention to this person. This person is bringing you luck. I have a feeling that somebody might step in and tell you if you're going a bit overboard with the fun times and the parties. So make sure that you're kind of, just listen to your friends, listen to the people that are watching over you, listen to the people that are looking out for you at this time. Okay, the next card is the Ten of Cups. So you are around a family, maybe through your partner or somebody who you're interested in. You might be around their family. You might be feeling a little bit apprehensive. Like, I feel like you're around a very tight-knit group of people through a love interest or through your partner at this time. You might feel like a little bit of an outsider. In that group is the Queen of Swords, and she in some way is your confidant and your friend. I think you're meeting a best friend actually in life, and I feel like the North Node is in your 4th house. Let me explain this astrologically because this is kind of neat for you to see. The North Node is in Gemini in the 4th house. This could be a lifelong friend, someone who you literally have over, for wine in the evenings or even overnight. You could have like a long-term, like a sister or a brother friend who shows up in this group of people. I sense that there's apprehension towards this group of people. I feel like maybe you think maybe one of them is very immature and you don't really trust them. But overall, I feel, even though you feel like an outsider to them, there's a huge theme of community around you, and you need to really take your time to get to know them. This is not going to evolve over 1 day or 2 days. You really want to take your time, and it's going to lead in good directions. Let's see the next message. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is Venus in Virgo. Financial things. Through networks, you will lead to success. This is for people who are in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, your partner may have been struggling financially at work and so forth. I think that things are falling in line through the rest of the year. I feel like you're being guided towards a place where there is financial success and stability. So their financial success and stability is good for you, and it's bringing positive energy to everyone. So it's making everyone happy. Let's see the next message. The last one for this row, and we have the bottom card still, is the Two of Wands. I have a feeling that your life is going to take a bit of a U-turn. You're going to go in a different direction. I feel like new opportunities are going to become available for you by the end of December, by the end of this time. And I feel like the focus is really on social inclusion and social groups. So whoever is with you through that, be it a partner, a crush, a boyfriend, or a girlfriend, then maybe it's all in the context of social relationships and your relationships with others and their relationships with others as well. Remember, the Jupiter transit in Pisces ends on July 28th as Jupiter enters back into your 12th house for the period of the 5 months. And then maybe it's like 4 months. I'm being like overly generous. But anyway, Jupiter will re-enter Pisces at the end of the year, and through the time that Jupiter is in Aquarius, I think that it's a real preparatory thing. So things are happening behind the scenes. Things are happening like you're meeting the key people you're supposed to be with. Maybe your partner's getting a job if you're with someone. like important somebody's moving. All of these things are happening around you to prepare you for when Jupiter enters into Pisces and you have your double ruler transit in Pisces next year. Very, very potent and very rare. Many people of many generations never had this opportunity to have Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces together. I think they have not been together since before the 1900s. I'll double check that for you, but anyone who's alive today has not had this transit. So it's a very special transit. Both of these planets are your rulers. They're going to form a conjunction. We'll talk about that soon next year. But you're preparing yourself for a huge year with a lot of opportunities. So don't spend it all yet. Like, get ready for that and what's to come. It's going to be really beautiful. Don't pass judgment on your life yet. Just give it yourself some time. Give yourself some opportunity. 5 of Pentacles here. This is what I mean. Like, you're putting the right people in the right positions with you to complement what you want and who you are. And I think generosity is a huge component of it. I feel like you're coming from a place that wasn't very generous. So now is the time to be surrounded by that. You put that out there, you're ultimately going to find ways to get it back. Okay, so here is the next message. So these are the signs you should pay attention to. You got both air signs, which is very interesting. Look at this Queen of Swords, I'm telling you. Now, she doesn't have to be an air sign, but I kind of think she is. So we have the Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and then we have Gemini. So look out for Gemini and Libra people to be helpful and supportive to you at this time. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I managed to do it before it's completely dark, but I hope you enjoyed this sunset reading. Take care. Bye.